When I look at my journey, it started from when I was younger. Yeah, from when I was a little girl. Even when we got guests at home, I always felt energized to just come and dance for them. Yeah. This is how I define purpose. If what you are doing is benefiting you, it's touching those around you, and then it's glorifying the Lord. Now that is purpose. And there is a difference to say I am an author, but there is also a difference to say I am a published author. Yeah.
What's the difference?
Now, one thing I might have forgotten to speak about purpose is that when you are working in your purpose, you do not care about who is clapping for you or who isn't.
Welcome to another episode of Young and Branded with your host, Hannah Arinit, where we are here to speak about all things creativity, purpose, and owning your brand as a young person. Now, we've been having a lovely time on Young and Branded. Just last episode, we had Nathan Katesa, who was here sharing about how his journey began in starting early to reach the level he's at currently. But for today's episode, we are going to be tapping into how important faith is in your starting early journey. And there's nobody better than our guest today. I actually call her a pastor because she ministers to me more than even pastors minister to me. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Pastor, aka Linda Musiime. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Hannah.
I hope you're not going to stop me from calling you a pastor because, girl, you preach. When you walk, you preach. When you talk, you preach. Even before we began the episode, she's like, guys, please humble yourselves for a prayer. Let us pray. Hallelujah, Linda.
Hallelujah. Praise King Jesus.
Now, Linda is a marketer, is a speaker, and currently an author, where you've actually released your very first book called You Are the Bigger Picture, Frame It Well. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are an author at the age of
24.
24.
Yeah.
And we're already practicing for our second book, right?
Right. That's right.
I think you've actually told me about how you're starting to write your second book.
Yeah.
You're thinking about it already.
I've already started.
You've already started?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. P for pressure. Now, Linda, you and I have been friends for quite a while.
Right.
How long is that? Probably.
We met in our sixth vacation. Which was that one?
That was like probably 2020?
2020.
Yeah. Okay, 2020.
I just forget when we were in S6 vacation because of COVID.
Because of COVID.
I failed to know.
There was a bit of a break around there.
Yeah.
But definitely 2020. And we met at church and we hit it off as friends. And we've walked this entire journey together. I even get emotional, talking about it.
Because, our journey, who was I telling previous? Okay, it wasn't a long time ago, like last week.
Yeah.
I was telling someone that my friendship with Hannah is unique.
Very.
We don't hang out
all
often.
The time.
Yeah. And we don't always text.
Yes.
But we actually text when it's important.
Yeah.
We reach out to one another when it's important.
Yeah.
And our friendship has just been the absolute favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like we always share about very important things with each other. Not just the high, scratching onto the top, but we actually get deeper most of the time.
Safe to say that our friendship is one of productivity.
Yes.
Yeah, and growth.
Exactly. And that is exactly why I chose you to be one of the panelists for our launch event for Young and Branded. And you killed it. Everybody was telling me, yo, Hannah, we need Linda's phone number right now. How can we follow Linda right now? Because I just knew you were the perfect choice, but also the perfect choice to be a guest right here. So thank you so much for honoring.
I feel so honored, guys. Who am I? Hannah knows a lot of people.
Yeah.
And who am I?
Who are you? You are Linda Musiime. That is who you are.
God's girl.
Yeah.
God's girl.
So for today, we're just going to really look at how faith and God and Jesus has been very instrumental in your starting early journey. You're one of the people who I know has a lovely inspirational story. And we want to know, how did you become who you are today? Away from the things that I've introduced you as, who is Linda?
Okay, Linda. Who is Linda? I define myself as I like to tell people that I'm an advocate for self-discovery. So I love to help individuals be able to discover and walk in purpose. What this book is absolutely all about. Yeah. And then I also use public speaking, to also pass on the message. I prefer to tell people that when you are walking in purpose, there is a way everything is going to work out no matter what. There is alignment, there is provision, there is every little thing you will need. Yeah. So and growing up as a young girl, I always loved to impact people. I just didn't think that it would be this
kind of level.
But guys, God does.
God does.
God does.
I want us to start from the genesis of it all. How did your journey start? How did you grow up?
Okay, how did my journey start? When I look at my journey, it started from when I was younger. Yeah, from when I was a little girl. Even when we got guests at home, I always felt energized to just come and dance for them. Yeah. I've looked for Masanya Laze from long time ago. Yes. Yeah, and then when I joined my primary school, one thing remained constant. I love to address audiences.
Yes.
I love to stand before assemblies and talk to an audience. And then when I started to grow older, primary 6, primary 7, I was always in debate. Yeah. And then, when they're looking for kids to go and they speak about their school on radio talk shows, my name always came first on the list.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time, because that's what I had put myself as. Yeah, people knew me like that. Like things to do with speaking, Linda is confident. Linda is going to do that. Yeah. And I remember I went to the first radio station in our home district called Renzori FM.
Where are you from? You're from what?
Ibanda district.
Wait, how did I forget Ibanda? Oh my God, I'm a terrible friend. Right. Ibanda, yes, Ibanda.
Yeah, so I went to the radio to speak about my primary school. I was there to speak about it and what we do. I was speaking about children talent.
At such a young age.
So the first time I ever visited a radio station in a studio and speak was in my home district. Yeah, and that was in my primary 6.
And look at you now, speaking in front of hundreds of people at events, on podcasts, in your workspace.
God does. Yeah. And then when I grew older, now joined secondary, I continued with public speaking. So one thing remained constant. Public speaking. I just didn't know that it was a strength it was something I would later recognize as my biggest strength in life. Yeah. And I'm so glad that it has, just that back then I wasn't intentional. I was just doing things because I loved to do them. I wasn't saying, okay, now I'm aligning like this one step at a time. I didn't know. I was just a kid. Yeah.
So. You keep talking about purpose. What is this purpose you're talking about? Because personally, I know what purpose is, but you're watching and you don't know. So Linda, what is this whole purpose thing you keep talking about?
When I speak about purpose, I like to tell people that I don't want to talk about purpose and then not define what purpose actually is. And purpose, this is how I define purpose. If what you are doing is benefiting you, it's touching those around you, and then it's glorifying the Lord. Now that is purpose. And it brings you fulfillment. Yeah, it should help you. It should, because also God wishes the dominion mandate for us. Yeah. We got to encounter stress. That's our yeah. Clock it. Yeah. So when what you are doing is fulfilling your heart, and then it's benefiting those around you, and you feel like this is what I was made for. This is what I was made for. While every other person is struggling, now it brings me, I don't know, I find it very hard to differentiate myself from self-discovery whenever I'm talking.
And it's okay,
it will always bring me back to self-discovery. Yeah. So when you find that there are those things that you do so easily, they come as second nature. Yeah. You don't struggle. People are like, oh my God, I can't stand before people and talk. And then you'll just show up.
And do it.
And you will address the audience and people are like, wow. Yeah. How do you do that? Yeah. I'm like, guys, I don't do this. Yeah. God does. Yeah. So if what you're doing is benefiting you, it's benefiting those around you, but then it's glorifying the name of the Lord. That is purpose.
So when did you identify your purpose?
Okay.
Do you have like a time that you said, oh my God, I think this is what the Lord wants me to do on this earth?
Okay. How did I discover my purpose? I am going to be speaking about how this book got born to life. Yes. Why I thought about self-discovery, I wrote this book not from a place of confidence, but from a place of conviction. I did a lot of praying when I was writing this book because I was writing about a sensitive area, that I just couldn't put down information and put it out there in the world, And I wanted to write about things I could relate to. And the only thing I could relate to at the time was self-discovery, And I wasn't just there and I stumbled on my talents just like that. No, it took me a lot. There is a chapter I wrote about in this book. For those that have already bought the book, you'll find what I'm talking about. But I like to say that a lot of things will help you discover who you are. Even when you haven't yet discovered who you are, there are some spaces you're going to step into and they'll help you to get intentional. If a person asks me if everything I did back then was intentional or accidental, I'll tell them that at first it was accidental. But then later it became intentional.
There was a pattern.
There was a pattern. And how did I start to be intentional? I have been part of so many mentorship spaces. And there are things they have taught us about. Now, there's a specific class I was attending and they were teaching us about personal branding. I hadn't known about personal branding. I didn't know you can actually wear a hat, and be known for just that. And when they taught us about these things, I'm like, oh, so these things are actually crucial. And they went as far as looking at our social media platforms, your biography. And you would just put classy me.
Classy babe.
And that's what you feel.
If you don't know, forget about it.
Those things, And it took me to attend this session to understand, you have to brand. Because, now we are no longer babies. And today, hiring organizations look at what we post. By the way, what you post has a lot to do with if these people should hire or if they shouldn't. So mind what you post. Not
even just hiring, but
it
decides whether we want to associate with you or not.
So it took me to understand. Now I got to learn about personal branding, and then I got to realize that as we grow older, we need money. We need to look for money. We're no longer dependent on our parents, on our relatives. It's a lot more. And then mentorship spaces are helping you single out and phase out most of these things you've been doing and start to follow a certain direction. And now as you follow it, you're meeting mentors along the way. And just when you think about something, you share it with your mentor or accountability partner, and they're telling you, I think it should have been like this. I like to tell people that when I was writing this book, I reached out to one of my mentors before I started, and I consulted with him, and I'm like, I want to write a book, but I had even gone with my whole structure. And he asked me, what do you want to write about? And I told him I wanted to write about personal branding. I was writing about personal branding because I had attended
so many sessions about it.
So many sessions about personal branding. Not that I could relate to it. Keep in mind that I wanted to write. I had the idea, but it didn't have direction. So now this is the question he asked me. My mentor asked me, do you know there are people that have written about personal branding in the best possible way than you will ever match? And that's facts, guys. That's facts. And I'm like, that's right. And he told me, what's going to make your story unique? And he asked me, why don't you write about your own story? And now I had the idea, but I didn't know where it was headed. So when he talked about writing about my own story, I went back to think about it. The power of conversations, guys.
Is also important.
We've talked about that on Simply Speaking sometime. So the power of conversations.
What is Simply Speaking? So basically, Linda and I used to run, or we are still planning on running, an X space called Simply Speaking. We'll just jump on every Tuesday on X and just talk about different things and the likes.
So where did I stop at?
So basically, you go back to think about this idea.
I go back to think about the idea. And when I thought about what he meant by my story, I looked back from when I was growing up what I'm doing, how I'm where I am. And my story was one of self-discovery. So I wanted to connect things there. You have an idea, it doesn't have direction. You've had a conversation, you've had a mentor. Now the idea has direction. Yeah. So now I start writing about self-discovery, and now some of the things I've been able to learn on the journey. Some of the things I didn't know them.
I know.
Some of the things we never know them until we are going through the same exact thing. Situation. And now when the more I thought about my journey, it made sense. What to write actually came.
Yes.
And now I'm thinking, if I had written about personal branding,
what are you going to write?
Didn't have what to write about personal branding. It would be one of those many other, how do they call it? Yeah. The same structure, same things, just a different author.
A different cover.
Yeah, different cover, different author. Yeah, so my story was adding up and everything just kept on flowing and flowing. Yeah. And while I talk about self-discovery, I talk about the different ways you can discover. You look at your past life. Yeah. There is that unique thing. I have always told people, I believe that God has put a unique thing on every single one of us.
Yes.
Yeah. There's something Hannah has that I don't have. There is something someone out there has that I don't have. Yeah. And you will always trace it. I don't like to tell people that pray to God and wait. While you pray to God, you also do your part.
Find out.
Yeah, because in the process, He's going to help you and He shows you. And I keep telling people that the best thing that can ever happen to anyone is when they discover why they were made. The moment you know that one thing God wrote on your name before the world ever started to define you, yeah, it's the best thing that can ever happen to anyone.
I know.
Yeah, because the moment you start to walk in your purpose, there is alignment, guys. There is provision. The right people will come. The destiny helpers will come.
Yes.
Everything will just work out. Even when challenges come, they will not stop you they will actually energize you. Yeah. You won't feel overwhelmed.
Yes.
Like when you would, you wouldn't feel as overwhelmed as if you were forcing doors open.
Things, yeah.
Yeah. Purpose is a beautiful
thing. And for me, that spoke to me directly. Because I know, especially as young people, and so many of us are still trying to discover ourselves, discover our purpose. It's not easy, right? But I love that you say it's important for you that as you pray and wait, you are trying out. You're trying out, figuring it out. Okay, when I do this, how do I feel? Does it create an impact and the likes? And I think that also speaks into how I ended up doing what I'm doing currently. And I'm telling you, once the Lord told me and assured me that this is the path you are meant for, things have been moving. Yeah. And I don't mean smooth moving over, but there's alignment. Even, like you said, even the challenges, somehow, they are easily reconciled. Things are just,
they work out. They'll always work out.
They're always working out.
I was telling someone, people were asking me, ever since I published this book, I've had so many people reaching out to me, adults, doctors.
I know.
And they're like, how were you able to publish? Okay, for those that don't know, publishing is one costly thing to do.
Actually, I didn't know it was. For me, I used to think you just go type on a computer.
Yeah.
Somebody reads through, says there's a arrow missing, and then you go to the printer and they print.
Yeah. Now, for those that don't know, publishing is very costly. Yeah. I've had people speak about self-publishing, but I don't recommend self-publishing a lot. Yeah, because there is a difference to say I am an author, but there is also a difference to say I am a published author. Yeah.
What's the difference?
Now, those that self-publish, they do everything on their own. Yeah, normally. But then a person who is a published author, a publishing house that has been in existence, publishes them. Yeah. And they help you be able to reach some audiences that you wouldn't reach.
Yes.
On your own.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's a credibility, not a credibility. There is credibility, big credibility to when you have been published by a publishing house.
Yes.
Yeah. And people are going to trust your work because it has gone through the right editors.
Yes.
people that are up there have been able to proofread through your work. You can't trust yourself. Well, okay, the knowledge is yours, but you're not sure if it's going to be received well on the market. Yeah. So there is a big difference. Now, when you're being published by a publishing house, it's costly. Yeah. And people are asking me, how are you able to publish at such a young age?
I know.
And I tell them that I like to tell them the same thing. God did. Because did I have the money to publish? No, I didn't. Did I publish? Yes, I did. And at a balance. Yeah. I published.
Yeah.
And even remained with more money.
Yes.
Yeah. That's strange, right?
That is alignment. That's alignment.
You see, there is a way provision came through for me when I was publishing this book. I received money that I had never touched in my hands at once. Yeah. And I keep telling people that very less money came out of my pocket to go on this project. Very less. Yeah. And this book, I've been able to live through. When I speak about purpose, guys, I understand what I'm talking about.
Yes.
What I'm talking about because I've lived through it. I saw provision happen. Yeah. I saw alignment happening. I saw the right things happen. I was meant to publish this book on the 20th of September. Yeah. And you guys saw it launched on the 28th of October.
We're going to have to add that here because it was launched at one of the biggest university graduations in Uganda by a king, the Chabazinga. Linda, who do you think you are?
Who do I think I am? A child of God.
A child of God.
Yeah.
Alignment, people, alignment.
Yeah. And people keep asking me, Linda, how? And I tell them, God. I know it doesn't describe, it's not as descriptive, it doesn't come off as descriptive, but I only have one answer, God. We only have one role, to trust in the Lord. He gave us everything we need. We have everything we need. You just have one role, to trust in the Lord. I've walked into things that I didn't think would work out, but I've walked in with Delulu faith. They call it Delulu. That delusional faith, guys.
Delulu, that's a Lulu.
Right. That's true. So when I speak about purpose, I would wish for everyone to experience the beauty that comes with living in your purpose. Yeah.
I am feeling that deeply. You know, I was having a conversation with Nathan and I asked him, what are some of those misconceptions people have about starting early? And he's like, honestly, people who say they don't have money to start, they piss him off. Right. Personally as well, they piss me off.
I'm sure God is not impressed by that as well.
Not.
What do you mean you don't have money? Just trust. He just needs you to do one thing. Trust him.
Right. And things are going to work out. Start the journey. Somehow things work out.
Right.
When I was beginning to work on Young and Branded, the podcast, because I was like, you know what? I've reached a certain level in my career and I need to level up to the next big thing.
Yeah.
But I looked around in my bank account and I'm like, girl, for all the things you're running, are you ready to level up? And I was thinking, you know what? I don't want to be just any podcast. I want to begin with a banger. I want to begin with a launch event. When I go and ask somebody to draft me a budget and I'm seeing the figures and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, what is this? Am I ready? But I had to trust in the Lord that the vision he had placed onto my heart had to come to life because there's a reason as to why this podcast is standing.
Just to emphasize, when God plants a vision on your heart, he has the plan. He's our Father. Ready. He's a know-it-all kind of daddy.
Yes.
He's a know-it-all kind of daddy. You can trust him that if he has put it on your heart, he knows how it's going to go. He already sees where it's headed. We have one role. I repeat it. We have one role. To trust in the Lord. Move in faith.
You're very open about your faith, Linda. Every single day, everybody who knows you feel strongly about your faith. How did your relationship with God shape your early stages?
Oh, it did actually a lot. And I have so many instances I could share with everyone here, but I'll share the specific one. I started to understand God. Okay, when you ask me about my relationship with God, I started to focus on my relationship with God and get to understand Him and get to know my own identity in Him. Yeah. And from that day forward, my life started to make sense.
Hey.
Yeah. So I don't know. I wish people could know that if you understand, if you focus on building your relationship with God, He's the God of all possibilities. He's the God of everything. Yeah. And you will realize you don't have to worry. Yeah. You don't have to worry. This book was supposed to stress me. And I kept telling Hannah that.
She kept on telling me.
I'm like, Hannah, this book is supposed to stress me, but I'm not stressed.
This girl was smiling through it all.
Yeah, because it was supposed to stress me financially. This was a big project I was jumping on as a person who had just graduated. Yeah. And it was supposed to stress me big time. But I found I'll describe my journey of publishing this book as one of gratitude. I got so many people giving me their money. And at the end of the day, I went back home smiling. And I'm like, oh God, I'm so thankful to you. So what it did, it elevated my level of gratitude towards the Lord.
Yes.
Yeah. So a journey that was supposed to stress me, it didn't stress me even one bit. It didn't. Yeah. So if you understand your relationship with God, yeah, you start to see things with physical eyes, but rather with spiritual eyes. Yeah. You start to trust that God has already done it, even when you don't see it. Something that will ease you.
Yes.
It will ease your worry. It will ease your nerves because you've understood that the Lord is in control. Because, okay, if you worry, what will it change? My sister used to tell me that a lot when I was younger. Yeah.
If you're worrying, what does it change?
And she would tell me, okay, now that you're worrying, what has it changed? Yeah, it will just take away your peace. But when you know that when I do this, God is in control, it even grows your faith. Yeah, it even grows your faith. So yeah, it has changed how I see life, how I've grown, because most of the things I've been able to do not out of confidence, but out of conviction. Yeah.
You know what they say, your brand speaks before you do. And that is why we trust Dzyn Ape for all your digital branding needs. Now, if you are ready to level up, check them out at dzynape.com for a clean, bold, and creative look. This episode is proudly sponsored by Dzyn Ape. And I want to talk about something very important, because when some of us are trying to build our brands, we try to separate our faith from the brand. But you've somehow done it in a way that you have aligned your brand with your faith. You know, some of us feel like, man, if I talk about that, Father be like, I'm going to get that. How have you done it, Linda?
Okay, I even feel happy speaking about that. How have I done it? Oh, I haven't done it on my own, guys. God does.
God does.
God does. Clock that. God does. Yeah, so I'll say this again. I know I've already said it, yeah, but I'll say it again. When God puts you at, if you understand that we are who we are and everything we've done because God has allowed us, there are people working so hard, harder than you're working.
Yes.
Yet things are working out for you and they're not working out for them. Yeah. So if you understand that everything we are, it's because God has done so. Yeah. And everything we are doing is because He has chosen to allow. It's not in your own power. It's not that you're the most hardworking person. You will understand that the same God will get you to spaces where He thinks you need to be, not where you think you need to be. Yeah. He will put you in spaces where He knows. He's your Father, guys. Your Father knows everything about. The Bible says that He knows the number of strands on your hair. Yeah. No one else knows that. But how can you not trust a person who knows you that deeply? Who knows the perfect place He thinks He can put you? And it's the best for you because He knows the best for us. Yeah. So I'm saying that can only happen to you when you're saying, okay, when I go in this space and speak about my faith, this is what's going to happen. Yeah, it can only mean one thing. You're acting out of your own carnal mind. Yeah. That's when you're going to be that conscious. But when you're not that conscious and your Father is in charge, He will make everything happen for the goodness of His name. Yeah.
So now let's talk about because now you work in one of the biggest universities in Uganda and you got into that space. Have you even graduated yet? No. Have you even graduated, Linda?
Actually, I was already working before I got into that office.
Listen, are you hearing?
Yeah, I was already working with the university. Shout out to Victoria University. Oh my God, I love Victoria University. It's my home.
Yeah.
They have groomed me.
Yes.
Yeah. Most of the things I am doing today is because they render me a helping hand.
Yes.
I have had people mentor me there. It's a beautiful place. That's why it holds a big part of my heart. Yeah. I was already working with Victoria University under the marketing department. Then I graduated last year on the 23rd of September. It was on a Friday. I was just seated home for Saturday and Sunday. On Monday,
No.
on Monday, I was introduced to my new role. And as an e-learning officer in the Office of the Academic Registrar. And guys, it was good. It was good.
Clock it.
Yeah. So that's how I was. I can't say I was jobless because I was still in the marketing department, just that as a graduate.
As a graduate.
Yes. So I got my bachelor's degree today. I was conferred with my bachelor's degree today. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I was introduced to my new role, and it can only be good. Yeah.
Now, as much as God was part of the journey, there is also an aspect of branding in there because there were so many students.
Oh,
are you saying you are the only one that they could select from?
Okay, right.
There was a branding aspect. What are some of those branding aspects that helped you stand out from the rest?
Okay, this is what I'll say. For some of you that might not really know Victoria University, it's a place of transformation and it helps whoever is willing to be helped. Yeah. When I had just joined Victoria University, I in my year one, I was just going through their pages, Twitter, Facebook, but then I was more focused on Instagram. And I am an Instagram girl.
You're actually an Instagram babe.
I love Instagram a lot, and I'm more active there than all the other apps. Yeah.
I wish you could post more though. You know what? Let me even use this opportunity to tell you,
call
Linda.
Me out.
Linda knows everything about how important it is. But Linda, you're not giving us the content we want.
Woo. You were tasked to hold me accountable.
I was tasked to hold you accountable. So I'm holding you accountable in front of hundreds and thousands of people.
Right, guys. Now I'm accountable to all of you.
Yeah.
So I was looking through the page and they posted so many flyers about different things. And then I remember our vice chancellor is one approachable man, something that makes him different from all the other vice chancellors.
Didn't I spend all my 4 years at Macquarie and I think I saw our VC once?
Right.
Yeah, I saw him like once.
Now, our vice chancellor is one person you can approach and he cares for his students so much. And he even tells them that if you need me, you can always see me. It's okay. So I remember reaching out to him and asking him if it is okay for students to voluntarily get themselves involved to doing commercials. Yeah. And him being one academic leader who supports, he likes to see the extraordinary in ordinary young people. Yeah. And oh my God, God bless him for that. Yeah, because it takes so much for a person to choose to see the extraordinary in you when you're just an ordinary young person. Yeah. And him being that person, he told me, go and write your script and bring it to me. So I went, I gave it, guys, when you're given a chance, use it and produce to 100% perfection. Yeah. Because guys, these things don't come often.
Actually,
they don't.
Stage 1.
Yeah.
Be proactive and look around for where you can fit in.
Yeah.
Point number 2. Reach out to somebody who actually has the power to make it happen.
Because they won't dream that you know certain things.
Yeah. 3, when they give you the opportunity, show up.
Right. Show up. Show up big time. Because this doesn't come like
every
oftenly.
day. Yeah.
So I reached out to him. I went and wrote the script. I wrote, meanwhile, me in my entire thinking, I had not thought about the fact that if we did this commercial, they have to incur certain expenses to have it produced on media houses.
Be innocent.
Yeah, I was really just an innocent young girl. So yeah, when I brought the script to him, he accepted it, and he asked me how I wanted it to be. And I remember telling him, okay, could I bring in 2 more girls on board because it would be nicer when we have more characters? And he said, yeah, okay. So I masterminded. He let me mastermind everything. My thing. Yeah. And all he did was ask me to go to our marketing team. Madam Tina, shout out to Madam Tina. She has mentored me from when I joined Victoria University as a baby. Now look at me. Yeah. So Madam Tina called the NBS guys. They shoot the advert. And I can proudly say that I did my very first commercial for Victoria University. And it aired on NBS for a premium of 3 months. Yeah. And all I did was just show up and use what I had. I didn't have money. I didn't have state. And by the way, for the record, we were studying with so many celebrity kids at that time.
I remember. I used to be snapping with all the celebs of Kampala, and I'm like,
we had so many celebrity kids. But one thing about Victoria University, they don't care what your background is, who you are, as long as you show them you want to grow, they'll grow you. And this is not just for me. There are so many other children out there that I know. Why am I calling them children? There are more other students, that have gone through Victoria University and they can speak of the same. And they can speak of the same. That's the beauty of an experiential based university.
So somebody could be watching and they're like, lucky you, Linda, for you got to get into an experimental learning university. What about me in a space where my community doesn't support me as much? What do I do then?
What do you do then? Yeah. There are events I've been able to MC and I got them not through Victoria University. Yeah. I got them because I started. I started to be intentional about my public speaking. Be intentional, the environment around you will read it. I emceed an event at the beginning of this year, the Galentine's event, that had that had those ladies and everyone was asking me how. But because I had started, a friend of mine reached out to me and she asked me, Linda, how much do you charge for MC?
Is it the time where you made a flyer?
No.
The flyer was a bit back.
Yeah. So that event I hosted it in February. Early February after Valentine's, and Valentine's happened. So what was I saying? Where was I headed with that? Okay, here is where I was headed. So a friend of mine reached out to me because they had seen me posting about how I MC. I had become intentional. I had understood personal branding. I'd understood personal branding, so I was actually branding.
Yes.
And when you brand, people will notice you. Like I said, when you start being serious about your life, everything around you will honor that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that friend hooked me up, and just like that, I emceed this event, and it got everyone asking, Linda, how? How do you get your things? How do you do your things? I'll use an example of Hannah as well. Hannah went to Makere. Oh, guys, that's a mountain.
I went to Makere
University. And she has turned out. You could ask her the same question. You could be like, okay,
how?
Yeah. But she turned out anyway. She set herself up. MCI is not from Makere.
No.
It's not from Makere.
It's not.
But it took her to enroll. There's so many things happening online, by the way. I like to tell people that opportunity is actually there. Online. There's so many things happening online. It's just you seeing the thing and choosing if you can apply, if it fits, if it can teach you, or if you don't want. Social media is everywhere. I always see how working women, there is this thing happening here. There is this coaching, there is this master's class. Master class happening, is speaking about this and this. Like everything is able to fit into. You can't say that everything doesn't fit you.
It's not possible.
So just choose to start and be intentional and brand yourself. When you get to brand yourself, you get noticed. So I got my I got my marketing job. from that advert. That's how I got my first marketing job. Yeah.
So basically, be intentional and
be proactive.
Be proactive. And the spaces around you also start to notice you for that.
Yeah.
And I'm always sharing with people that it just needs you to take that first step and tell people about what you want to do.
Yeah.
And one person tells another person tells another. For me, when they tell me, okay, Hannah, thank you so much for joining us on this platform. Who else do you think we can reach out to? My first person in the head is Linda. Not because she's my friend, but because Linda has always told everybody around her, whether you know her or not, that, listen, I am a public speaker. So it easily comes to my head to send her to other people. So it's just needs you to take a step to be intentional. Now, let's talk about the fear aspect of being a young person that's starting early, is building their brand, building their career, building their name. What challenge have you faced? What challenge did you face back when you were starting? Okay, I'm saying back as if you are so old and we already, but like, what was that challenge you faced when you were starting originally that now makes sense?
I actually posted about it on my Instagram.
Okay.
It has been a pinned post until I launched my book, so it's no longer pinned. It's in the past. Yeah, when I had just started majorly public speaking, when I first thought about the fact that I could actually, do MC, be a public speaker, the thing that kept me as if dragging my feet behind and not willing to start was the fear of, will I have platforms? Will I actually get invited to speak at events? Will people trust me with their gigs? Yeah, because everyone is looking for the best in the industry. Of course, that is always there. I was actually talking to one of my mentors, and he has done so much, even at a global level. Yeah. And I was asking him,
I feel like I know that person.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And I was asking him, I like to call him Papa. I was asking him now, do you still feel scared of what the future holds? And this was his statement. I love how he answers questions. He challenges me a lot. And he told me that if you no longer feel scared, then you don't have hope in the future. Yeah, then you do not have hope. Yeah, it only takes a person with a vision and with an ambition, to actually feel like, I want to start this, but I'm actually scared to do this. It's natural, it happens. Now that's when God says, trust in me. He knew we would get scared, guys. He knew we would get challenged. And he said, trust in me. Have faith in me. So I was really scared of, was I going to get platforms? And now when I discussed it with someone, I started off emceeing all orientation events on campus. That was my really grooming ground. Yeah, and I found my footing there. And then when I started like this, I have so many of my friends that I graduated with are in Rotaract, and Rotary has events.
A lot of them.
Rotaract has events.
A lot of them.
They actually kept on telling me, Linda, you need to join Rotaract because it's easier to contact a Rotaract than a person outside of Rotary. So when I had just started, I remember my friends, they offered me their event. Charter night celebrations, Simania presidential installation. They are installing their president. They trusted me with their events. You should also have friends that believe in you. I can proudly say God has loved me through my friends. My friends gave me their events with zero experience, and they knew I had zero experience. We used to chill together in the students' lounge, and I was able to MC their events. So I even remember getting 2 of the events from one of their Rotary members. And like, the other girl that MC'd at the charter night, I need her. So my friends set me up, the university set me up, and just like that, now I get events outside of any of the mentioned brackets. Because I started just think about the fact that I had been held back by those major factors. I wouldn't have started, but you start anyway. Trust in the Lord.
That's Karipo effect. But also overthinking is a very big problem that we should learn to overcome. So many of us think too much. Every small thing, you overthink every small step. And for me, whoever knows me knows that I am a risk taker. For me, Linda, I'm a risk taker. I don't necessarily think too much. I think after I've done it. Like when I put out a poster and I'm like, oh my God,
So now I'm accountable to this.
Now I'm accountable
now
to
the public
this.
knows.
Now the public
I
knows.
can't go back.
I made a tweet earlier this year that, you know what? On my 24th birthday, which is actually this year in October, it passed, I'm going to launch my car. I want to buy a car.
Right, but I've been meaning to ask. You told us that last year.
No, it wasn't last year. It was this year.
Last year, because you said next year, I'm going to drive my own car.
Yeah.
Not in my parents' name, not in daddy's name, but in Arinaito and Hannah's name.
That's the kind
Where
of
is
person
the car,
I am.
Hannah?
Do not ask me about where the car is. The car is coming. Woo! I am still 24.
But at least you're still on it.
I'm still on it.
That's what matters.
I'm just trying to show you that that's the kind of person I am. I don't really think too much about things. I say them and then I do them.
And that's the faith.
That's the faith.
That's the faith.
That's the faith. In the process, I'm like, oh, wait, hold up. I think I skipped a part where I'm supposed to worry.
God must love you deeply.
God loves me deeply.
God must love you deeply because he wants people like you guys.
Yes.
He loves all of us. But when you trust in him, you make his life easy.
You make his life easier.
Anyway, he's good. He never gets it the hard way, but I'm thinking.
Yeah. So we're going to play a game that we always play right here on the Young and Branded podcast called Young and Branded. But so you get to rate the statement out of 10. Wait, have you subscribed to the Young and Branded podcast? You have? Oh, thank you so much. Wait, you haven't? Please do it right now. Tap on that notifications bell, subscribe, like, leave a comment. Now, let's get back to the video. And give us a reason as to why you've rated it like that. Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's play. Here it is.
Okay.
So basically, when you support, when it's over, let's say when it's a good rating, you show us the Young and Branded side. If the rating is a bit terrible, you show us the blank side and tell us as to why you have chosen that thing. Are you ready?
Ready. I'm ready.
Question number 1. They are young and branded, but they delay projects because they want everything to be perfect.
Low rating. I don't know what to give it, but low rating.
0 out of 10.
Yes.
Why?
Because if you wait for the conducive environment that's not there, you will never feel ready. Even people that get married, I have reached out to them.
Yeah.
And they tell me you can never fully be there and you feel like I'm ready to get married. Yeah. You can never fully feel ready for anything. So if you're still waiting for the right time, you might as well wait forever.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why I gave it 0 rating.
Somebody was telling me recently, oh my God, Hannah, I really want to be hosted on your podcast, but I still need to glow up. I still need to have nice lip gloss.
But me okay, the Hannah that I know, he's not the one who will tell you that my podcast hosts this and this kind of person. Yeah. Okay, no, that person doesn't know you.
No, but my whole point was, why is that the first thing you're thinking of? You should be thinking about how maybe, I don't know,
I also feel like I have something to speak about to inspire people.
Exactly, that should be the first thing. But for them, they are waiting to be perfect physically, to glow, and then they can be. Okay, they are young and branded, but they hide their talents behind I will start next month.
Procrastination is bad.
Out of 10, how many points are you giving that person? 0 out of 10.
Yeah. When I show this side, I don't know, but it's low.
It is low.
Low rating. Yes. Yeah,
Why?
The reason you can't say I'll start next month might as well come and you still don't start. Start now, guys. There is a way it's funny that when we were younger, Christmas took long to reach. It took longer to reach. But today, guys, we were just in January the other day.
Now we're in December.
And now we are in November, coming to Christmas.
I don't know
and then we are turning scary age.
I know.
My age next year is scary. I want to think about it.
Alright, so basically, procrastination is delay of your blessing. Start now.
Yeah.
They're young and branded, but comparison keeps them from hitting publish. 0 out of 10. God, we've given so many zeros.
This is not true. That you said. What did you say again?
They are young and branded, but but comparison keeps them from hitting publish. They're always comparing themselves.
I have a reason. This one's 0, for real. 0 out of 10. Yeah. The reason I would say let comparison don't make you delay to press the publishing button. I like to I will explain that using some verse in the Bible where it describes the Lord as being one who is never late or too early.
Yeah.
He does his things at the right time. And then to get us back to at the right time, things will. Yeah, there is always the right time for everything. And why I'm thinking about the right time is that if you understand that you're not Hannah, the rate at which Hannah is achieving her thing
is different
from when yours are going to start blooming. So when you actually, I like to use that to tell people to stop feeling pressured. At the right time, things will work out for you. So when you're thinking, oh my God, Hannah is doing too much. When I start, I want to be like Hannah. You know what you're putting yourself onto? You're thinking, I want to be like Hannah in an instant.
Snap.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, Hannah thinks this is her time of blooming. God has set your time aside as well. Yeah, and who Hannah is not who you are. You are a different person, and God put different things within you, and your blooming time is coming. Yeah,
and when it comes,
come.
I keep saying, and when your season hits, honey, it hits.
They say when baskets will hold for you what?
My friend, it hits. They are young and branded, but they started before they fully understood anything, and that's why they grew.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Right.
So we spoke about faith.
Yes.
Yeah. If you don't start, you don't grow. If you don't start, you never learn certain lessons. If you don't start, you don't learn new things to handle your things better. So start. That one is a 10 out of 10.
Now, the next one. They are young and branded, but they show up consistently even when no one is clapping. 10 out of 10. Minus nothing. Some of us want to be clapped for, Linda.
Yeah, guys. Hannah is one consistent person, and I keep telling people, guys, I have a friend, she is consistent. And I don't know, when I'm talking to people, there's always other people's example to make my thing sound realistic. Yeah, because you must get it. Someone else has done it. Someone else is doing it. Yeah. I was telling a pastor at church, I'm like, I have a friend, my God, she is consistent. Yeah. And now when I think at this point they know you're consistent.
Yes.
So consistency. Hannah is living proof that consistency works.
Even when no one is clapping.
You see, people want to be like Hannah, but they don't want to go through the same processes Hannah goes through. That's the sad bit about life. Everyone wants to be like Obama until they get to know his story and what led him to where he is. Yeah, what led him to be the first African president in the US. Yeah?
Now, this whole thing about people clapping for you, have you ever been in a situation where you don't feel like you're being supported, but you have to keep moving?
Yeah. But no. Guys, I have been telling people another thing I may have forgotten to mention about purpose. Let me increase volume. Yeah, one thing I might have forgotten to speak about purpose is that when you are working in your purpose, you do not care about who is clapping for you or who isn't. Because even when you're working in God's purpose, those things are none of your concern.
Wow.
I swear they are none of your concern.
Wow.
You feel like as long as what I'm doing is pleasing the Lord, it is making sense, it is impacting people, and it's making my heart fulfill.
Yes, so that's enough.
When you start to do things because you want people to clap for you, I've been in situations whereby people didn't clap for me. Yeah, and it was exhausting. But thank God I built my relationship with God. Yeah. You're going to be looking for love, but then God is your true love. Yeah. So when you work in your purpose, you won't care about applause. I finished launching this book. Every other person was looking at me in a certain way. But I feel like But guys, and I'm thinking, okay, God, what next? Now we finish this. Give me. I've reached that I'm so dependent on God, you guys, that I feel like I can't take any step without consulting. I'm like, okay, God, bring another idea. Okay, God, this. Now I have God. When I finished the publish, everyone was excited. People posted the book. I was scared. There's a whole launch ahead of me, guys. I'm like, God, now the pressure for publishing is done. What's next? God, please show me the way because I even know how to talk to God like he's seated in front of me. I'm like, God, I'm really stressed. God, I don't know what to do. Just show me the way. And he showed me the way. Did he not? I like to call Hannah. I like to call her. Like, Hannah, can you imagine? That's how we start our conversation. I'm like, Hannah, can you imagine? Like I've been praying to God for direction. And right here, it is. It came unquestionable. Yeah? So guys, be dependent on God. I had a comment. He's a loving baby.
Now, we always have this part of Young and Branded where we share with our guests, where we ask our guests about something that they are going through currently that is not necessarily as pristine and perfect. Because right now, people are watching you, Linda, and they're like, hey, mama.
What a perfect life.
What a perfect
you
girl.
Guys,
perfect life. Like, what is that one thing you are still learning to navigate and you're growing through it?
Okay. There is one thing I am still there, and I'm not really yet there, but I'm better. You will agree I'm better when I mention it.
I'm waiting to hear it.
Don't nail me on this podcast. Yeah, but okay. I'm trying to learn consistency. By the way, people know me for so many things, but I don't know if they know that I'm one inconsistent person.
No, me, I know. Me, I used to know.
Now, when it comes to posting content,
social media,
by the way, I feel like I'm better than some people.
You have grown.
Let me not. Yeah. When Hannah started to hold me accountable, I started to post me on LinkedIn. I had 0 posts on LinkedIn. I used to feel like it's a lot of work. God, you have to craft the caption. It has to look a certain way. Not after I had learned about personal branding.
Of course. Before then, clock it.
Yeah. So I have been improving. I can't say I'm there yet, but Hannah can agree. You people, Hannah can agree that I've improved. I've been posting on Instagram, then the same minute on LinkedIn, then I get back to Twitter. No, I'm struggling.
To TikTok. You know, what I love about you, Linda, is you're so positive. Because somehow my question was low-key negative. I am blaming my producer, Mel, and I'm blaming you for that negative question.
But I'm still struggling on Twitter.
No, I like how you're not. There's something very important there. I asked you about your struggling, but for you, Linda, you asked it in a way of, I am improving. You've denied using the word struggling. And you're saying, I am improving. I love that for you, my sister.
At least you can vow for me when it comes to that.
For me, the very first step, if you know me, you know I'm always somebody that advocates for my friends, people who are around me, to use their online presence because it's very powerful. It has changed my life. It has changed other people's lives.
That's true.
And I know how important online presence and online branding is. So one thing I love about you is that you have accepted, and you know, the thing is that Linda knows that it is important. And so many of you who are watching, you also know.
That's what kills her now that time, and she wants to strangle me.
You know it is important, but you decide not to do what is important.
That's why I'm improving.
You're still struggling by improving.
Right. Yeah.
No, you have improved, Linda. I was scrolling through your page and I was seeing you are improving.
You held me accountable. You didn't let me rest. This girl will pull you out of your comfort. Everyone needs a friend like Hannah.
They do. So any final words before we can say bye-bye to you, Linda? Thank you so much for being here and sharing your story with us. Any final words for us before we leave?
Any final words for you guys before I leave? Start. This podcast is all about starting early. And I want to use their exact, how do you call it, tagline?
Young, bold, hard. That one?
Yes. Young, bold, hard, and starting early. Yeah. Start early. People like to ask others that what could you advise your younger self to do now that you're older? Yeah. And I really wish I had started early. We would probably be more ahead than we are today. Yeah. So it's beautiful that Hannah started young and branded. And it's beautiful that the media is in our faces. It's beautiful that everything is now out in the limelight. Everything is not hidden. So use what you have. There is ChatGTP. There are people that have published research papers online. There is Google. There are organizations that keep on bringing this and bringing the other. Don't you was telling us about Be Visionaries? Did you apply?
Esther. In fact, I'm applying for Be Visionaries because
I did already.
You did?
Yeah.
Girl, high five! Oh my God! No, I need to get serious. This is a call for me to get serious. But if you're watching, there's a program called Be Visionaries. I think deadline is January.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those who are very passionate about leadership in the climate space and the likes. Yeah.
And there are a lot of things like that online. There is a page Hannah recommended us on a certain Twitter space sometime back. They post opportunities every single day. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. We are young. We are in our 20s. The 20s are the golden years. The youngest will ever be. We don't have as many responsibilities as people in their 30s have. Let's use our time. You see what they say, that when you build now, it does something to your future. It might not be visible, but it's happening. You'll see it later. It's there. Everything you do counts for your days ahead, for your years ahead.
Yeah.
So start.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Young and Branded with Linda Musiime. Please do follow her on all platforms. How do we get access to your book? How do we buy your book?
Oh, my book is readily available. Just hit my DM. It's not hard.
No.
It's
Wait,
not complicated.
Is it like on Amazon? Is it like on this thing?
Oh, yeah. I'm working on Amazon real soon. I'm working with someone. I would have put it there already, but the problem is that African countries are not listed when you're creating the KDP account. Yeah, they only list countries in the Europe. So I am getting someone who is that side to help me do that. When it's ready, I'll announce.
So we just have to just swipe the card and the book comes and we are done. Yeah,
just at 50,000 Ugandan shillings.
Yeah.
Start. When you start, we shall also hear from you.
Start by buying the book, then the following will follow.
Right.
But thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Young and Branded. We are keeping it young, bold, and hard. I'll see you again in the next episode. See ya. Bye. So Linda, what is that one thing we don't know about you? The one thing that's not in your bio?
You guys, I can sing. That's something. I love Ninja C. You know Ninja C?
Yeah.
She used to use, she used to say, I don't know if she still says, because now they know that part of her. Ninja see the side of me, never see.
Okay.
So I feel like you guys don't know the side of me, but I can actually sing.
No, you have to give us an acapella. Today is the day the whole world is going to know you are launching your album. Give us an acapella.
Oh my God. Okay. Must it be something that you help me sing along?
We could do a nice song that actually, just glorifies God for everything. First of all, our friendship, for our dreams, and
Okay, I think we do this one.
Yeah.
All my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing all the goodness of God. The last bit. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything.
Oh my God.
Your goodness is running after. It's running after me. Guess I can sing.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you,
everything.
Jesus, for everything.
Is this still a podcast?
I mean, it could now be a launch of an album. Hello.
Clock it.
Bye, guys.